How is everybody doing today? Welcome back to another Super City video. And today we're going to be finding out which stat in Super City is actually the best out of power, defense, and speed. So basically what I did is I created three characters, a power character, a defense character, and a speed character. And you can probably already tell from the name, but the power character has max power, but minimum speed and defense. The defense character has max defense but minimum power and speed, and the speed character has max speed but minimum power and defense. Now everything else for these characters are exactly the same. They have no flight, they have no trigger ability, they have the same height, same size, and I even went as far as giving them all the same move set, as you can see on the screen right now. The only other difference between these characters are their outfits, and I made sure not to give any of them claws or the metal hands so that they don't accidentally do extra damage, so we should be good. And as always, I don't play as any of these characters, I purely spectate, and if you want to know how I did it, I created a character with 0 body parts, as you can see on the screen, and they won't be able to see me, they won't be able to attack me, and I won't be involved in a battle at all. But one more thing that I did do this time is I gave my character the alchemist ability, because when you start a battle there are usually like weapons and items on the ground like briefcases or whatever, and I don't want them to pick up the items and attack each other with it. So basically what I did before I started any of these actual fights, I went in and I picked up all the items and turned them into food or something and ate it so that there's no items on the ground when we start our actual battles. Now, with all that being said, we're going to be doing a best of 3 between all 3 of these characters. So a best of 3 between power and defense, a best of 3 between defense and speed, and a best of 3 between speed and power. Then after all those fights are done, we're going to be looking at our results and we're going to be figuring out which stat is actually the best in Super City. Alright, here we go. So you can see at the top, that's where we're going to be keeping the score. And we're going to be seeing who wins this battle out of power and defense. Again, this is going to be a best of 3. As you can already tell right now, defense is actually doing really good at countering power's moves. He did it again right there. And the thing about power is that he actually doesn't have the defense to be able to like get out of defense's moves, because his defense is so low that, like, say if power actually locks in a submission, defense will be able to easily get out of it like he just did. But if defense locks in a submission, it's going to be harder for power to get out of it. But he did right there. But yeah, there's just a lot of submissions here, and defense actually takes the first win by submission. Which, I mean, he should be getting more wins by submission because they don't really have enough power to be able to actually get their health down low enough. I mean, power definitely does. But we'll see. They're mainly going for submissions here, but power is actually really dominating this match right here. But defense is getting some hits in. But here goes another submission. He's got, nope, that wasn't it. I thought that was gonna be it, but yeah, the score is now 0-1. 1-2 defense. I said that kind of weird, but defense got 1 win. And power takes the other win, so it's 1-1 right now. So there's now one more battle we're gonna do, and we're gonna see who wins the best of 3 as power launches defense across the stage. And power is actually getting some nice reversals every now and then, and he's toying with defense right now. But you can see right there, power was going for the grapples to maybe try and submit him, but defense is not letting him get the grapples. He's breaking out of those grapples super easy as defense gets the submission, and that is a win for defense. 2-1, and defense takes the first round. So next up we have defense versus speed. So here we go with defense versus speed, and of course we're going to be showing most of this round because it does involve a speedy character, and there's going to be a lot of action. As the speed, he really moves fast, so his best option would be to get a lot of hits in and hopefully try to get his health down. But the thing about speed characters, which I've noticed, as speed gets the first submission, I was just gonna say that speed characters usually have a better time getting submissions as speed takes the 1-0 lead. But yeah, speed characters usually have a better time doing submissions, but this is a defense character, so he's probably not gonna let you hold that submission for very long. As Speed actually tried to go for a submission, but defense broke out. And you can see defense is really breaking out of these submissions pretty easily. But Speed is just, he's so fast. But the thing about him is he doesn't have enough power, so these punches really aren't doing much. But he's really like ragdolling defense right now. As yeah, he's just throwing so many punches. As soon as he gets up, defense was, he's doing a little bit at blocking, but you can see right now he's not really defending many of his slams. As he's just, he tried to defend against that one, but he actually didn't get to defend against it. As he tosses Speed, which was his first hit in a while, but you can see he gets that little reverse there, and that's going to be defense's biggest strength, getting reverses. As he goes for the submission, he doesn't get the submission though. Speed is so fast, like defense, he's just breaking out of those submissions as he hits him with an RKO, and you can see defense, Speed is actually like wobbling right there. As he's going for submission, nope, that is not the end. He's going for the other submission, but yeah, and yeah, that is the submission. As defense actually takes a win there, so the score is now tied 1-1 with one more round left. As we're gonna see more of the same old Speed actually going in for a bunch more punches. As defense, I mean, he can't really defend well against punches, especially coming that fast, but like his best way of defending is actually if Speed grabs him, but he's not really doing that right now. He's really just throwing a bunch of punches. As defense is actually getting some kicks in, but like the thing about it is defense has so much health technically. As he gets a nice little reverse there, he doesn't really have as much health, but Speed isn't really putting that he doesn't have enough power to put in enough damage to get defense down. But defense doesn't have power as well, so it's pretty even in that case. As Speed is just, he's just toying with defense right now. Defense really can't get any reversals. He's breaking out of these submissions, so that's good for him. As yeah, he didn't break out of that one. Speed actually got a little arm toss there. And you can note, you should notice that they're using pretty much the same moves, and I think that was a good decision for me to do. Like it took a while to get them all to have the same moves, but I think it was worth it to make it an even more even battle. As defense reverses that move there, oh they're going at it. He does another reversal and he snaps Speed's neck, and defense is gonna take the win 2-1. So for our final battle, we have Speed versus Power. And here we go, we are already in our final battle. This is actually going to be pretty short, as he locks into submission. Power already has submission holding in, but he doesn't get it. But yeah, this is going to be actually a pretty short video in comparison. It should be like around, I don't know exactly yet, but like maybe 15 minutes or so. I could have done even like best of 5, but I feel like best of 3 is pretty good. I mean, we could have done this before, as Power gets a nice little Hurricanrana. But Power, you know, Power and defense, no, Power and Speed, they don't really have defensive stats, so there's not going to be many reversals. Or maybe there will, I don't know. I mean, they can still get reversals even if they have a low defense stat, but as you can see, a reversal right there. But it's going to be more of a brawl fest between these two. And a lot of grapples, as Power versus Speed, this is the battle that I want to see, as Speed is already laning, so it's almost over for him. And Power, you know, he's not even phased. So Speed is going to have to, like, to be able to win, Speed is going to have to make Power submit. Because all Power has to do is really get a few nice hits in and smashes kind of like that. And he is going to win this battle, as he takes a 1-0 lead. But yeah, if Speed lets Power just attack him without doing any submissions, then he is not going to be able to win this battle. As Speed versus Power in this game is actually, I feel like the most even battle, or at least I felt like it was the most even battle, because, you know, well, we kind of had a Speed versus Power battle in our duo tournament, if you remember that, as Power gets a nice little arm lock, well, headlock thing there, as Speed actually gets a submission. Just like I said, he needs to get those submissions if he's gonna win, as there is another 1-1 tie and it comes down to the final battle. But yeah, in our duo tournament, we had kind of a speed versus power battle between, was it Flash and Reverse Flash versus Black Adam and Shazam. I forgot his name. Ooh, submission? Nope, that's not the end. But yeah, as Power launches speed across the stage, Power and speed is just it's such a more interesting battle. Even though defense did well, defense literally beat both Power and speed, which is insane. As Power locks in the submission, is he gonna win by submission? Nope. Speed actually breaks out of it, and speed, speed, he's going for submissions, but Power is actually breaking out of it. I don't know if Power helps you break out of submissions, kind of like defense does, but he gets a nice little reversal there. As it's kind of like it's not really told in the game. You can't really tell. That's why we're actually doing this, to see which is the best out of the three and what all three exactly do. As they both whiff on a kick there, as Power lost in submission, and that is going to be the end as Power wins 2-1. Okay, so I actually almost forgot you can do this in the game, but you can do triple threat matches if you put all the characters on the same team. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a best of 3 out of these 3 characters, and we're going to see who comes out on top. Alright, so this will actually be the last set of matches before we actually tally up all of the results, and we're going to see who wins after we figure out who wins these 3 triple threat matches, or best of 3, who wins at least 2. So yeah, you can see they all fight each other. I actually almost forgot that this was in a game. I'm glad that I actually remember, because this is literally perfect. As Speed is going in on both Power and defense at the same time. I mean, as he should. He is the fastest here. He should be getting a lot of punches in. But it's just a matter of, can he make any of them submit? Because he's not gonna take their health down. And Power and defense are not doing great at all. I mean, defense actually got a nice little move there, as Speed actually takes down Power right there. And now it is a 1v1 between Speed and defense. Now all defense really has to do is reverse Speed's moves like he did before. But actually, Speed actually gets the submission on him. So Speed actually takes the first win of this triple threat round. But yeah, like I was saying, defense only has to reverse moves, because he did win literally both of the battles against them individually, as Power gets rid of Speed. So there are going to be at least 3 battles, because Speed can't win this one, as Power and defense are actually going at it. And we're going to see who comes out on top here, as Power hits him with a nice little face buster. But defense is actually getting his reversals in, which I love to see. I love to see defense getting his reversals. But defense versus Power, I don't know if him having Power, as he has a little submission in, he doesn't get it though. I don't know if having a lot of Power nullifies the defense, as defense gets a nice little roll move right there. He puts the submission in, he actually gets the submission on Power, so that means defense actually gets 1 on the board as well. So it is 1 for defense and 1 for Speed. Power needs to win this one to at least have a chance of winning the actual round. So hopefully he doesn't get taken out here first or second. As they are going out of Speed and Power actually fighting right now, just leaving defense out. But defense actually gets a nice little RKO move there, as Power hits Speed with a nice little spear. And the face buster. I love the face buster, man. As well as that 450 splash. Again, all these characters have the same moves. You can see they all have the 450 splash, which is pretty cool. As a nice reversal from defense. I love seeing those reversals, man. 450 splash. I think there's 2 here. Yeah, 2 450 splashes. I had to show that. As they just jump Speed. And Speed is actually wobbling, which is not good for him. And Power loses, so we are going to have a winner here, whoever wins this round. Speed versus defense. Speed hasn't... Oh, he doesn't get the submission. I thought he would. As he finishes him with kicks. So that is the round. Defense actually wins the triple threat. So now that all our battles are finished, we can actually add up the scores. And if you were paying attention, you probably already know who won. But in our first match, defense actually beat Power 2-1, and in our second match, defense beat speed 2-1, and in our third match, power beat speed 2-1. So if we add up those scores, then that means that power actually has 3 knockouts with 1 win, defense has 4 knockouts with 2 wins, and speed has 2 knockouts with 0 wins. So those are actually our base stats for our 1v1 battles, but if we add in the triple threat battle, then that means that power actually has 4 knockouts because he got 1 knockout in the triple threat. Defense has 7 knockouts because he had 3 knockouts in the triple threat, and speed actually has 4 knockouts as well because he had 2 knockouts in the triple threat. And since defense actually won the triple threat, that would mean that he would technically have 3 wins. Which means that the winner of our challenge and the best stat in Super City, according to our test, is defense. Surprisingly, I had no idea. I wonder how many of you actually thought defense would win. I feel like not a lot of you would think that defense would win. I didn't even think that the defense would win. But yeah, defense seems to be the best stat in Super City, according to these tests, of course. When you're actually playing a game, I guess I can understand how defense would be the best stat, so I can get behind that. So yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a very interesting test. And let me know any other challenges you want me to do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.